Because I take medication for my stuff, and I feel like it's mandatory only because I've gotten to such fucking horrible lows, like because I have bipolar, but you know there's two types of bipolar. One is when you're super manic all the time, and you know then you hit your low once in a while, but you're always elevated. You're always amped up, like majority of the time you're just always amped. Yeah. But then there's the other side of bipolar when you're just very low all the time. You don't want to leave that. You don't want to leave the house. You don't want to do anything. You just don't want to be around people. Barely can get out of bed to go to work. The only reason why I go to work because I like my rent needs to be paid. Yeah. You know, like that's literally the only reason that you know I feel like I would have to like really drag myself out of bed to go to work sometimes. And then sometimes you hit those highs, like you know hanging out with my friends, you know doing cool shit, you know really you hit those highs, and then there'll be points where I don't sleep for like 4 or 5 days. Like there'll be days I'll be out of town and I'll hit you and be like, bro, I haven't slept since Monday. Yeah.
like it was Thursday. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's like I hit those crazy lows where I don't want to leave the house for a couple days, and then I hit those crazy highs where I'm not sleeping for a couple days, and I'm out and I'm working and I'm writing a story or I'm traveling and and all these different things are happening.
How do you find a balance in all that?
I'm still struggling with it if I'm keeping it a buck. I still struggle with it every day. Because like I said, sometimes sometimes you just don't want to do anything. Yeah. Like I was telling you, during the holidays, I had strep throat, and my mom was really pushing me like, you need to come home, come home for Christmas, But I was like, Mom, I could, like, I know I wouldn't die, coming home, with the strep throat, but I just really just don't even want to leave my room right now. And I felt horrible about that. Yeah. Because
that was your truth, though.
Yeah, it was like I had to keep because my dad called me Christmas morning. He was like, you've been on antibiotics for the past couple of days. You should be good now if you want to, come home during the weekend and come hang out with us. And I was like, he's right, but I still don't want to go home. It's like I'd really just want to just be in the house and not really doing anything, and I fought with that mental battle in my head, and I'm saying this was Christmas. This was a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I fought with this mental battle about if I was going to try to make my parents happy and go home and spend some time with them, even if I wasn't feeling well, or if I was going to stay home. Yeah. I chose to stay home. But then I felt so low about it afterwards. Like I didn't I had a couple of days off and I literally didn't leave my room. Didn't eat for a couple of days because the guilt just absolutely it ate away at me, just completely just wore me down. And then that's what I'm saying. It's just a battle because I feel like as men we have our responsibilities, even if we don't have families yet, or we just
there's still other things.
There's still things, Like I have a brother who has twins who I absolutely adore, and I want to go home more often, but he lives 3 or 4 hours away, and that means maybe I can't get the story done in time, or so there's always like responsibilities and things you have to worry about, people that you love and people that you care about that you constantly have to figure into the equation, and I feel so bad, even when dating, I feel bad because I feel like I'm so selfish in a sense because I'm so worried about my personal well-being more than someone that I'm dating, but then I had to realize, but if I'm not okay. If I'm not okay, if I'm not where I feel like where I need to be,
you can't bring anything.
I can't bring anything to the table for you. Like if I feel like I'm not in a place where I need to be emotionally, mental health wise, if I feel like I'm just not okay, I'm not with it. I don't feel like I don't want to leave the house for the next couple of days. I just want to just do my own thing, get some work done, Yeah. I feel terrible about it, but I know that I need it. I need to be mentally square, and that's why I'm kind of always reeling about the idea of having children and getting married and that whole aspect of it is because Because now, once that happens, it's no longer about me anymore.
Yeah.
It's completely not about me at all anymore, and that
outside
scares.
of your control.
That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like that literally scares that literally scares the shit out of me, because you know I'm sure you hear this all the time. Like mom is like, yeah, why aren't you married? And you know and then like you 30, you old as shit. You know, like why? Like my mom was married like super young. You know, had a bunch of kids. Like I think my mom was done having kids by 30.
Yeah, you can pass the cider.
I think my mom was done having kids at 30, and I haven't even scratched the surface or even considered that part of my life yet at this point. You know, I just like my routine, the things that I got to do. You know, but
I mean, speaking of kids, you know, I had this moment this Christmas when I was home in Jersey that like my aunt and my mom, they were like, "Hey man, so when you gonna have some grandkids for us?" And I was like, you know, I really saw that for myself, but I don't know. I can't tell you. And they were like, what do you mean you can't tell me? I'm like, niggas, I just lost the love of my fucking life 1.5 years ago. Like, the concept of having a child with someone else is like really hard for me, because like, for me, it starts with love. I have to love the person I'm with before like I have a kid, like above all else. And like, you know, DC and the world in general isn't really the greatest place for dating right now.
why do you say that though?
We have a whole